MTV, welcome to my crib. Let me show you around.
So in this video, you're going to hear quite a few voiceovers from me because my microphone decided to intermittently start cutting out. But here's me showing you the incredible views of this beautiful island, the beautiful sunshine, and now I'm just about to take you over to where the magic happens.
This is where we place the trades in the morning. And I mean, how can you not have a profitable and enjoyable trading day when you've got views like this? So here we are inside of the main living room. Now this is usually where I'm doing my work in the morning, and then I step outside to get some sun with a nice coffee. And everywhere inside of this villa, there's just incredible views of this beautiful island that we're on. And every day I wake up, it just motivates me to go harder and to make sure that all of the content I give for you guys can help you so that you guys can also experience incredible places just like this. So we're here in this beautiful 4-bedroom villa out here in the beautiful island of Greece. But the one big inconvenience that this villa has is that to get here, because we're so high up in the mountain, you literally have to go up a hill that's like this. Let me show you guys.
So this is the beginning of the climb up to the villa. So this is all the way at the bottom of the mountain. So this isn't really that bad. It's a little bit steep, but it's more so that there's just rocks all over the place. But now, if you look over the side, there's literally nothing stopping you from falling and just tumbling all the way to the bottom. But now here is where the actual steepness starts. Now, as we get closer and closer, you can see that the road literally looks like you're going straight up. And at this point of the climb, it literally feels like the car is about to do a backflip and you're just going to start doing a tumbleweed all the way to the bottom. Just look how steep that is. But obviously I am a good driver, so we made it to the top and here are the satisfying views. So having made it back to the villa safely and getting up that super steep hill, I thought I'd give you guys a breakdown of exactly why I'm taking the trade on US30 today. Now, this is based off of a trading strategy by ICT, which is called the Silver Bullet. Now, I've made a full in-depth breakdown of this video with a few trade examples. So if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check that out so that you can understand exactly why we're taking this trade in greater detail. But I will give you a very quick breakdown. So first of all, what we're doing is identifying the 1 p.m. hourly candle on US30. Now, in essence, what we're looking for is a sweep of either side, and then we're targeting the opposing liquidity, which is either the top side or the bottom side of this hourly candle. Now, the reason we do this is because at 2:30 p.m. UK time, we get the New York Stock Exchange open, which brings a lot of volatility into the market. Now, this volatility is what we're using to ride for that sweep and for that take profit. So after we've marked out the high and the low of that 1 p.m. candle, we're then going to drop down to the 1 minute chart. And this is where we're going to wait for a indication from the market to let us know that it is wanting to go in the opposite direction. So first, we're waiting for a sweep. And as we can see in today's trade, we get a sweep of the low. So that means we're now going to be looking for a long position to take to the top side of that 1 p.m. hourly candle. But before we do that, we need the market to tell us that it actually wants to reverse instead of continuing in the current trend it's in, which is bearish. Now that can come in the form of a market structure shift. So if we identify the current structure, we can see that it is very clearly bearish. We've got a series of lower lows and lower highs, and we really need the market to break this previous lower high to give us a higher high, signifying a market structure shift or a shift in structure from bearish to bullish. Now, once we see that, we can safely understand that the market wants to go higher, and then we can get into a long position. But for the time being, we're simply just waiting on our hands to see how the markets react and see if we actually get that market structure shift. So for the time being, the market is still bearish, and all the way until here, we're still bearish. Now, once we get a break and close above this lower high right here, putting in a higher high, this tells us that we have now flipped from bearish to bullish. So now our next step is to identify how we're going to actually enter this market. Now you can do that in multiple different ways. First, you can get into the market from an order block. Now, if you guys don't know what an order block is, again, go and check out the video on my channel. It explains in detail exactly how I identify an order block and all of the confluences that I'm looking for. And also the next step is you can also identify a fair value gap. Now, for me, I prefer to enter into a fair value gap than I do an order block, because I found that on indices, fair value gaps are more respected than order blocks. So what we're going to do is take our entry at the open of that fair value gap. We're going to put our stops just below the low, and we're going to target the opposing liquidity, which in this case would be the top side of that 1 p.m. hourly candle. Now, this sort of setup usually plays out once every day. Now, it may play out every single day, or on some days, the market might not give you a market structure shift. There may be days when the setup is there, but the entry isn't there. So you have to go and backtest this for yourself, refine your edge so that you can understand exactly how the markets behave, what sort of confluences you need to look for, and also how to react when certain things happen. Because in today's scenario, it was very clean where we had a quick run to take profit. However, there are scenarios when the market is just going to be chopping around. Now, you need to understand what you need to do when those scenarios happen. Are you going to stay in the market? Are you going to micromanage? Are you going to get out of the position early? You need to understand all of these things, and you're only going to understand that if you do backtesting to refine your edge and put together a trading plan. But let's quickly move on, and we can see that the market comes back to give us our entry, taps us into this trade, gets very close to our stop loss. So this would have put us in a super deep drawdown. But as we can see, it then reverses and runs straight to our take profit. Now, I always like to give my stop loss a little bit of a breathing room. And as we can see, I found this out through my backtesting, because I've seen that sometimes the market does tend to go for that stop loss. It does tend to go for those lows, which is why if you give it that space to breathe, as in today's trade, you can see that that space is what saved us from getting a stop loss, and immediately price turned around and targeted our take profit, all within one candle. This one minute candle is what nearly took us out and then gave us our profit.
So guys, if you check this out, we've just hit a nice trade on US30. So currently I'm up $1,893 on my Top Step funded account challenge. I need 6%, so I'm 2% of the way there, which is a third of the way there. So hopefully we'll have this account passed by next week, and then a payout should follow very, very soon. But if you guys are trading with Top Step, if you've got experience trading futures, then let me know down in the comment section below. It's my first time trying it, and at the moment I have nothing bad to say. The actual trading platform itself is really, really good, and the interface is super, super clean. So we'll see how that goes, but been a great holiday so far. $1,800 up.
Okay, so I'm not that great of a cameraman as I thought I was, because I haven't got that many clips of us actually doing stuff apart from me actually trading. So I'm just going to leave you with a few clips of us driving around on our way to go and get some dinner, enjoying the beautiful sunshine and this amazing island that we're on.